Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, April 14th of 2024. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives that create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. Our topic today is about releasing the effects of trauma from the body using sacred sound. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month and Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And so for this month, the remainder of this month, I want to be focusing on releasing trauma from the body. That's going to be, or releasing the effects, unlocking the effects of trauma from the body and the nervous system today. And then next week, we're going to do a process with actually getting into the body because trauma is what separates us from ourselves. And so often when we experience trauma, the nature of it is to like rebound us out of our bodies because the body's not a safe place. So today we want to release the bound up constriction in the face, the head, the jaw, the throat, and the upper chest. And then next week, we're going to do a process with coming into the body, grounding into the body, landing in the body. And then the week after that, we're going to do a process with healing the heart and softening and opening the heart center. So it's all going to be focused around releasing trauma. And whether you've had direct experience with child abuse or sexual assault, it doesn't matter if you have not. You still have had things in your life because that is the nature of our life journey here on earth. I don't think anybody gets to get through this without some experiences that separate us from our bodies and separate us from our hearts and from our really grounded, centered, and super connected, super highway knowing selves. So that's going to be our focus for this month. Our focus for today, again, is using sacred sound to release all of this constriction in the head, the face, the jaw, the throat, and the upper chest. Because what happens when you experience trauma, right, is you go, "Whoop," and like everything freezes. You take that big, deep breath in and then everything freezes, and it's your body's way. It's not that you're doing anything wrong or reacting incorrectly or anything like that. This is your body's way of keeping you safe. Like, don't make a sound, take a breath, nothing. Keep yourself hidden, right? And that's what that does. It sucks everything in, and a lot of times you'll just bounce right out of your body to so that you don't have to experience what's going on there. So when we open up throat, chest, jaw, all of this here, we can take a deeper breath. We can free the voice. We can give ourselves ease to speak, ease to be. This throat center is about how you show up in the world and how you appear in the world, how you align with who you are in the world or not, right? And so we're going to focus on releasing that, opening that, and really bringing through your presence through this upper centers, right? Next week, we ground in to the lower centers, really into the body, and then healing the heart. Okay. So let's go ahead and come into our circle. Let's come into our circle sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. And together we call on our source. We call on you and let yourself just be face to face. Imagine yourself face to face with your source. As if we're in this circle, bring all of your focus and attention, your presence, your energy into this very center of the circle. And as we're all speaking to one source, source of all love, compassion, mercy, justice, equality, freedom, peace, forgiveness, gratitude, all of everything. And we speak directly to the one who is the all-knowing, who is the grand orchestrator of this complex existence, who makes everything fit together, who knows beyond what we know and sees beyond what we can see, including into the depths of our hearts, where it is the breath of spirit that breathes us, right? We're not separate ever from that. We're just like a little drop of ocean that happened to splash splash into these bodies to give life force and consciousness into the physical body. So as we call on our source, the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you, we ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. Pure divine light. Just imagine, perceive this pure divine light streaming into the center of our circle. And just let this light, like let your eyes face directly into this light. Let your face, your throat, your heart, everything face directly into this light. And let this light penetrate through your skin, through your pores, and into your body. And let this light just tingle your sensory perceptions, right? That's your nerve endings, and let it travel through your nervous system into your body all the way through like electricity. And as it travels through, let it just cleanse any of the clutter or the blips off of your nervous system. Pure divine light streaming in, coming in through your pores. Let it come in through your senses too, through your sensory organs, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your ears, and your throat. I'll let it come all the way through, like that light really coming through and being absorbed into your body, cleansing and purifying, cleaning up any of the clutter spaces, resetting your neurological pathways. The divine name for that pure divine light is Nur. N-U-R or N-O-O-R is a transliteration. Nur. Nur. So Ya Nur. Ya is O. It's like invoking, calling on, oh, pure divine light, Ya Nur. Invoking that to really come in and meet, because everything also exists within you at the core of your being. So let it meet, like travel all the way through all of the parts of yourself and meet the light within you. It's in the core of your being, and it's in the core of every cell of your body. Every cell of your body carries consciousness as well. In the knowing of all of these divine names, divine attributes, and everything in nature, everything in creation is carried inside your body. In the knowing, right? The knowing is a pre-verbal knowing, it's an existential knowing, it's a recognition of the vibration, the energetic vibration of it. So your being, at the core of your being, you have a knowing of the resonant frequencies and all of the meaning contained in them. So when we use these divine names, these sacred names, we're calling on those resonant frequencies that the core of your body, regardless of what language you speak, or whether you've learned to speak at all, the core of your body recognizes those frequencies and knows what they mean, knows what they relate to in this material realm. So let this Nur, let that go all the way into the core of your body, like tapping the tuning fork. You tap a tuning fork, it begins to vibrate. And then when you put it next to another tuning fork, that tuning fork will also begin to vibrate. So call on Ya Nur. Tap that tuning fork. Let that resonance of that pure divine light begin to vibrate. And as it does, bring it in next to your heart, your deep heart, and let the knowing of pure divine light begin to vibrate from within you. It's there, and when it begins to vibrate, you can feel it, you can sense it, right? And you don't need to know with your mind, but let all of your sensory perceptions receive the information and feel it, sense it, perceive it, and just get a feel for it, right? Kind of like when you go into a pool of water, someone can tell you that that water is cold, but until you actually dip your toes into it, you don't know how cold it is. And they might be telling you it's cold when it's not, right? So just let your own being feel it and trust what you feel. Ya Nur, pure divine light, traveling through all of the neurological pathways in your body, like electricity, cleansing and purifying, and resetting the neurological pathways in your body and connecting you in with the pure divine light and the knowledge of pure divine light and the existence of pure divine light in the core of your body. And feel that, breathe that in, let that knowledge disseminate into every cell of your body. The consciousness within your cells, let them also begin to resonate with that pure divine light inside of you. Ya Nur. And again, just imagine yourself face to face with your source. And again, let's call on Source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your unconditional love. Unconditional love, Ya Wadud. Ya Wadud. Wa is that all-encompassing, the and, it means and it's the all-encompassing everything, right? The reflection of the divine within everything in existence, reflecting itself through everything in existence, all-encompassing, unconditional love in everything, reflection of source in everything. Wadud. And again, calling on that pure, unconditional love. Let your heart center, just breathe, take some breaths into your heart center. You might want to do some tapping around your heart space, around your chest, under your collarbones. You can kind of gently brush down the sides of your neck, put in your throat. Loosen up all of this chest space. And again, turn your heart center, the funnel of energy that extends from the front of your heart, into this stream of unconditional love. And let this stream of unconditional love stream into your heart center. And fill your heart with pure unconditional love. As human beings, we are wired to expect conditions around love, and we guard this and we guard that, and we protect parts of ourselves, especially our hearts, our tender hearts, or we harden the heart so we don't have to even admit we have a tender heart. That's human conditioning, right? And that's where we put conditions around love, but those places within your heart are worthy of love. They are love. They know love. And this unconditional love can come in and surround and hold those places. Even if those places feel like they're not ready to receive the love, that's okay. Just let this love flow where it may. And you can use your breath and let your heart center be like a breathing portal. And as you breathe in this unconditional love, let it flow through your heart. And if there's blocks and barriers there, that's okay. It can still flow, or it can surround and hold those places, blocks, barriers, and all, and even the places that are yearning. If you have those places yearning in your heart, just let them receive deeply of this water of unconditional love. Let it flow right into those spaces. Surround and hold those places. Everything surrounded in unconditional love. And the places within you, just like the places that know the pure divine light, they also know the unconditional love. And within all those blocks and barriers and everything that is surrounded in protective covering, in the depths of it is a tender place that is yearning to return to the love. That's the human nature. Everything is yearning to reconnect with that unconditional love. So if that place can, even if it's got a barrier around it, you can just make an intention that the place of yearning inside, that is the tender place that yearns to be held in that unconditional love. Let's make an intention that that love, because the love is unconditional. We know barriers, the love, no, not so much. So let that love just seep into that place. If that place can feel safe enough and okay enough, and let that place receive that pure unconditional love. Yawadud, 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 Yawadud. And use your breath like a breathing portal, breathing that love in through your heart center. And with each breath, just see if you can take it in a little bit deeper. And then see if, as you exhale, if there's something that wants to release from your heart center. And let that, if there's any of the blocks and barriers that are letting go, just blow them out with your exhale. And let's take a full breath and breathe, just to make your intention to breathe all of the parts of yourself, all of your energy into your vertical core. And if it feels okay for you, just upright your spine. Imagine there's like at the top of your head, right? The top of your skull in your crown center, to imagine a string just lifting the top of your head and elongating your spine. And let your spine elongate and lift up, right? And it's not turning your head or your face up, but just let the top of your head be lifted up and let your face continue to face forward. Slight downward tilt that keeps your presence really in your body. And as you inhale, inhale all of your energy into your vertical core, this very center channel of your body. And as you exhale, drop down and land into your hips, land into your pelvic bowl. Kun fayakun, be and it is, be present. Land in your hips. Feel your presence in your chair. Let your weight land into your chair or wherever it is that you're sitting or lying down. And again, inhale, bring all of your energy into this vertical core. And as you exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl. And let's just acknowledge the light that comes in through the top of your head, through that crown, the place where that string is lifting you up. There's a light that comes in through the top of your head, moving all the way along the very center channel of your body, the space halfway front to back and halfway side to side. moving through, and just follow that as that moves through your vertical core to the very center of your head. If you imagine your head like a ball, and it moves to the very center and down through the center of your throat, through the center of your core of your body. It's like halfway front to back and halfway side to side, right? This space kind of behind the heart and in front of the spine. And let's feel that moving all the way down, halfway front to back, halfway side to side, and kind of trace it moving along the front of your spine and all the way into your base and all the way through your base. You are the place where heaven and earth meet. The human being is associated, it's governed by the divine name. The realm of creation of the human being is governed by the divine name of Yah Jemi, which is the gatherer. And this is the place where everything is gathered. All of the knowledge of everything in the creation is gathered into this vessel. All of the meanings of everything, all of last week we talked about the realms of the four species on the planet and how everything is gathered. And the poet Rumi said, I died as a mineral and was born a plant. I died as a plant and was born animal. I died as an animal and I became human. It's like all of the knowledge of everything in creation, all of the step levels of creation are gathered within this vessel and here to play out an earth journey here of this is Yajamia, where it's all gathered and brought together into one place. So all of it is within you. Breathe that light and unconditional love into this vertical core. Exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl. And one more, let's call on our source again. We call on you, we ask you to send your essence of your eternal compassion. And the compassion. So everything is gathered within your vessel, including the compassion, because compassion is in everything. It's infused into everything, and everything is held into this womb of compassion, the entire universal body of existence, as well as everything within it. You could kind of say like compassion is is like our fascia, right? We had an interview with Elizabeth Dare Andes recently, where she talked about the fascial matrix, right? This living matrix that is the fascia. The fascia is it's like what's all of the connective tissue. It's like what holds all of everything in place, and you have connective tissue surrounding everything in your body, and it's that thin white layer of connective tissue, but it's a living matrix that is very fluid and really conducts a lot of electricity and holds a lot of information for the body. It's incredible what they've discovered about fascia. When they study uh, cadavers, right? All of the fluid's been drained out and all of everything's been peeled away. But it's the fluid and the stuff that gets peeled away that holds really magical information about the human body and how our bodies work, how our bodies conduct information and hold information, and information and energy flows through the body. So that's where the magic is. And that all gets stripped away when we study cadavers, right? So the fascia is like that living matrix, and compassion, the Rahman, right? Which is the radiance of the pure divine light that's breathed into this existence, right? And this soul of humanity, the soul of creation. It is the pure divine compassion. It contains everything, and it is contained within everything. much like the fascia of our bodies. So let's call on our source. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of Ya Rahman, the pure, eternal compassion. And as this streams around you, again, to breathe your energy into your vertical core, exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, and let your whole being rest into this container of eternal compassion. Rest into this container of compassion. And just breathe. Breathe and rest into this container of compassion. Let yourself be held. Let yourself be contained. Let yourself, it's this warm, protective container that holds you, that loves you, that completely accepts you, that knows you as you are, and loves you and accepts you and holds you and protects you. It is pure compassion, pure compassion. Let your entire being rest into that, because there is an, like, within the matrix of creation, everything is pure love, and you are completely known and held. You come into this world as a pure spark of light. You are a spark of light that is breathed into your physical form, and your physical form is given consciousness, and it is given capacity for everything in life, for the knowing, knowledge, for the emotional um, capacity to experience this life through your physical senses, through your extrasensory and subtle perceptions, through everything to be gathered into your body and experienced through your senses and through your heart. This is a beautiful gift that you have here, right? And those traumatic experiences are part of the plan. It's like when those things happen, that's what causes us to take that deep breath in, lock everything into place, like the shock emoji or the surprise emoji, where the mouth is open and it's like, oh, right? So that and I didn't mean to make that loud of a noise, but it came out. So it like tightens the chest, it shallows the breath, it tightens the throat and the jaw and the face, and everything freezes up, right? And so just take a breath and notice. And just call on your source, on the angels, and all who are here to help you and support you in this healing. Just ask for their support and for their help. And I want to invite you right now to just know that, and I pray that you are in a safe space, that you are in a safe space. So anything that comes up is not of this moment. It is just memories from the past. And you can just feel something tangible in your space. Like if you have a chair that you can hold on to, that's going to remind you that you are here now and you are in a safe space, right? In case you start to drift off a little too far, and tap your feet on the ground. You can hold on to something. You can look out the window and see a tree, or something that will remind you, wait a minute, you are here, you are now, you are in a safe space. Something starts to come up, you don't have to let it take you back. Just witness and let it move through you and out. Stay where you are, present where you are. Let it move through you and out. So I just want to invite you to kind of tap into those places. If you feel the tightness in your chest or in your throat or in your jaw, and first off, just focus on witnessing those places and notice your breath. This is like taking a baseline of what moves and what doesn't, where your breath goes, where it doesn't, how deep your breath is or shallow as the case may be. Just notice without judgment if you can, and just let it be. Let it be, notice, witness. And if you feel like you want to start to move your body a little bit, right? If you feel that, I know when I feel that tension, maybe because I've been trained in this way so much, but it's like I feel that and I automatically start wanting to move my body, let my body kind of open up to a flow of movement and motion that will help to unlock those places. And you can let your breath move into, like, perhaps expand a little bit beyond its just normal breathing capacity right now. Let's see if it wants to take a little bit deeper breath into that same space and just feel the boundaries and see if it wants to expand a little bit, see if it can. And just again, your physical body must also expand to make space for your lungs to expand, for your body to take in more air. And just notice if it wants to kind of perhaps just expand the boundaries. You can expand to help to release some of that constriction just with pure breath, silent breath, moving into those spaces, letting like if your shoulders want to move, if you want to stretch your neck a bit, you want to open up your chest space, let your ribs expand. You want to stretch your arms up to give more space into your chest and your diaphragm and your abdominal cavity, whatever feels like your body wants to do, just to gently create more space as it feels okay for you. And bring your breath into that space. And as you exhale, just let yourself again return to the center of your body, and just let that breath kind of flow through you like the waves of the ocean. And how the gentle rhythm of the waves of the ocean, where the waves will flow onto the shore and go to just that right place, and then they'll start to trickle back into the ocean, and they're pulled back into the ocean. Just let your breath flow through you like the waves of the ocean, right? Which is really how ideally your emotions can flow through in that way, right? You remain the earth. You remain the shore, right? And the emotions flow through you and they have their full motion and then they subside back into the ocean. So you experience them, but you don't have to hold on to them. You don't have to become them, right? They don't take you over or become you. They flow through you. You stay the earth, you experience them, and you allow them to return back into the ocean. So just if those emotions start to come up, let them move with the breath like the waves of the ocean, and let them be returned to the ocean. And you be the earth. Be like the earth. Let the waves come in with your breath. When they can, like your emotions, any emotions that come up, let them be released and returned back to the ocean with your exhale as the waves are drawn back into the cosmic ocean of eternal compassion. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman. And remember, just continue to intend and feel, if you can, that eternal compassion and that unconditional love and that pure divine light that's present in your body. It's awakened in your body, and that's also holding you, surrounding you, and containing you. Body, mind, heart, soul, spirit, intellect, all of you contained and held and infused with pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. And just let that breath flow. And then as you want to, as it feels right for you, if you want to just make a gentle sound, again, from that place of constriction, if you can kind of like feel that edge of constriction in your chest or in your throat. And I want to invite you to just like a non-vocalized, there's a non-vocalized sound. It's like not quite a cough, kind of like what, you did as a teenager or what your teenagers do to you when, that, like, but just let that gently in the It's like a, and that's like, it's a sound that the meaning of that sacred sound, believe it or not, it is a sacred sound. And the meaning of it is like it's an interrupt, it's a break. It like it's like one that will reverse the it's like a breakthrough and a reversal. And right, which is when your teenager does that, that's kind of what they're doing. There's like a it's like it's a stop, it's a break, it's a stop, it's a you know, it's a reversal. So to this energy that's frozen here, that can help to like break that and reverse that constriction. So just see, you know, you don't even have to actually use your vocal cords, but just that, bring that to that place with that intention that you're creating a break and a reversal in that constriction. Letting that go. And as that energy breaks up from within your chest space and perhaps in your throat, you can use your tapping to help it also, to help it break up and release, and your breath to just blow out that, like the clutter that's breaking up, anything that's breaking up, let that be blown out with your exhale. And you can let your breath begin to be audible as well, right? You can bring vocalization to the sound, if it feels okay for you. That's just like another step in like engaging the voice when the voice has been constricted or shut down. So if you start to break that up, see if you're how it feels to engage the voice from a to an uh, uh, uh. It's like the same point of articulation in the chest, right? That the point of articulation on that sound is not in the mouth, but in the chest, right? That kind of like a cough comes from the chest. And then if you put uh, 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 a vocalization to it, same point of articulation, same physical motion in the body, but engaging the vocal cords. And see if that will like want to break the constriction of the vocal cords and open up that permission for you to speak. Again, if you feel like you want to like move your body to really help that release from your body, however that feels like your body might want to move with that, just let that move. Uh, uh, uh. As it feels comfortable for you, no pressure, no compulsion. Just be with how and what wants to flow from your body, through your body. And again, if those emotions come up, let those waves of love come in and carry them out into the depths of the ocean. Release them with your exhale. Right? So you go in your own rhythm and your own pace with this, using all of the tools you've got. Use your breath, use your sound, production of sound, the intention, the movement of your body, really letting this pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion flow through you, hold you, surround you, infuse you, envelop you, and protect you. So you've got the silent, the non-vocalized rather, and the vocalized eh, 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 right? Really letting those break up that constriction in the chest, that upper chest, and into the throat. And let's move up into the throat and the jaw, right? And you can always come back to the recording and stay with each one of these as long as you'd like. But moving up into the throat and into the jaw, if you want to give a stretch and really like a stretch to your jaw and your mouth and your face, you can just like really open your jaw wide, like, and move it side to side. Move your lips, your mouth, your cheeks, your however your face wants to move. Right? You can do it mouth open, mouth closed, really moving your jaws around in your face and everything. Stretching open and then squeezing it tight together. Just to loosen up the muscles there. Opening your eyes big and then closing them tight. Opening big and closing tight. Like be the big emoji and the big, the shock emoji, and then like squeezing everything together, like the pursing the lips and bringing the brow down. And again, moving everything side to side, shifting all of that, just to release the physical muscular tension there. And then for like really, let's bring some vibration into the throat and the jaw space. And we're going to do that with the sound of the letter L. L as in love, right? And just bring your tongue. It's a little bit of I'm going to invite you because when you do the a lot of times the tongue will go right behind the teeth. If you follow that back, like put your tongue where you make the L sound and bring that back just a little bit until like you feel the outline of the teeth on the inside of your upper palate of your mouth, and you hit this little ridge. If you can't find it, that's okay, because it'll still work. But there's something about like hitting that ridge and let that be, oh, it just brings it back a little bit. Your tongue really vibrates your tongue to make the sound, and your tongue goes all the way through the back of your mouth and like down into your throat. Your tongue is this huge organ um, that attaches. It attaches all the way. I don't know about into your, but it attaches below the surface of the tongue that you see, right? So when you make that sound, just make that and when you do, just feel that vibration moving into your throat and vibrating into your throat. Let that vibration actually like loosen up the constriction in the throat. And again, you can use your hands to kind of tap down the sides of your throat or the front, or just gently brush your fingertips around there to help to loosen that up or to release that constriction as that is loosened up. Let that and as that loosens up, just blow it out. Again, if emotions come, let them be like the waves of the ocean that get, as you exhale, drawn back into the depths of the ocean. That unconditional love just flow in and carry out the uncomfortable emotions that may be dislodging from that space, and just be the earth. Stay in your body, be the earth, and witness that flow of emotions as it releases from your body and it's returned back into the ocean. And again, using that oh, and as that vibrates through your throat, just notice if there's a part of you that wants to move. I feel my shoulders and my upper back even loosening up. You know, and in Chinese medicine, that motion of that bringing that tongue into that position is connecting your conception vessel that goes through the center front of your body, and the governing vessel, which goes along the back channel of your body. It completes that circuit and that flow of energy. And when you make that connection there, you really can feel that flow of energy. If you really, tune in and become attuned to it, you feel that flow of energy that flows all the way through your spine and can really release tension from like the top of your skull. I mean, the bottom of your skull, where your spine meets with your skull, your occiput there, and can release that tension all the way down the spine. So again, with that pull, and feel that release all the way down the spine and even into your pelvic bones and into your glutes, your sits bones. Oh, I hope this is picking up on the recording. Just making the L sound, making the L sound. So just let yourself make that L sound, feel that vibration down the tongue and into the throat. The spiritual significance of the L sound is this is the part of our earth journey where if you feel the tongue, the tip of the tongue is like making that straight line to the path forward, right? It's the path forward to make that L sound. The sides of your tongue actually go down, and there's like a wobble there on the sides. So it's significant of the path, the straight path, and those variances, the places where we go left and right along the path, where we wobble this way or that way, and we like kind of test the boundaries of our own existence, right? Like how far can we go this way and not get burned? How far can we go that way and not get burned? Right? We're on this path where there is a straight path that we're constantly returning to, but we wobble. We wobble to the left and to the right as we mosey along this earth journey, this path of the earth journey. But the old is governed by the divine name of Al-Qahar, which means the invincible, or Ahir, which is the victorious, right? And it's like that which keeps returning us to the straight path, right? So just let that land in there, however that wants to land. This is what returns you from those places, where we forget who we are and we think of ourselves as damaged or broken or less than or unworthy or insignificant, right? None of those are true. That's in the wobble. That's in the left and the right. So let this, as it moves down your spine and loosens all of this up, let it return you to the truth, the knowing of your own being. As you know at the core of your being. That is what resonates with your divine truth, that you are a pure spark of light, that you are this vessel of unconditional love. You are this emanation of compassion. You are a reflection of the divine radiating through your entire being. This is your truth, and there are many other truths that are specific to you that you know at the core of your being, and you feel them. That's what gives you that sense of confidence and purpose and fulfillment and joy, and just like knowing that you're on track. Your whole body can feel that too, right? So you know it because when you feel yes, you feel that yes inside of yourself. You know what's true for you when you feel that those sensations of not enough, not worthy, not broken, damaged, any of that. That's not your truth. So let that all feel that pointing forward and taking you back to your path of knowing who and what you are as it vibrates through your throat and releases, right? Remember, this throat center is about how you show up in the world, how you present yourself in the world, how you're perceived in the world as, this being in this physical body, right? So let that, like any of the stuff that's not true, just let that vibration loosen it up, let your breath blow it out, release it from your body, and let it return to the straight path, to the truth of who and what you are, right? So loosen all of that up. And we're going to do one more sound that's going to resonate into the head. And that is the N sound. N as in Nur, right? Like divine light. N as in night. So again, like we did with the L, let your tongue go back to where that you feel that ridge, right? Before the upper hard palate and behind the teeth, there's that ridge. And let that, like your tongue kind of seals along that ridge when you make that sound. And if you feel there's like a little dip down and there's like air resonating between your tongue and your upper palate, and it kind of seals that ridge there. I hope you can hear me. I'm making the N sound. And when you do, it like vibrates into your upper palate on your mouth. And right above your upper palate, you'll feel it start to vibrate into your head space. Right above there it's your limbic system, your pituitary gland, your pineal gland, all of these that are very important. The limbic system, very important to your nervous system, right? And your centers that of your brain that holds your memories of trauma. So let that resonate up into that space. This is spiritually significant. It also resonates that pineal gland, right? Which is really your connection with source, your knowledge of your connection with source. So like both of these are resonating. And the spiritual significance of the N sound is the N is the pure divine light. It is the pure existence of light, right? When we see light in the world, we're seeing like a holographic representation of the pure divine light, right? And that is actually represented by the radiance of light, the ra. Ra is the radiance of light. But just the nun, the nur, right, is the pure divine light itself. So the N sound is the pure divine light itself. So let this pure divine light, as this is vibrating, let it like physically vibrate into your headspace, physically vibrating your limbic system, releasing the stuck memories there and the associations with them, and also resonating that pineal gland. So it's really reconnecting or reinvigorating in you or reawakening in you your connection with source and that pure divine light of truth. We'll bring that again, use your breath, use your movement, however your body needs to move, your whole body wants to move, or anything that like just follow your body, let yourself release. Remember these waves of unconditional love flowing through your body, releasing any of the emotional or the tension or the old energies, returning it to the depths of the ocean where it can be transmuted and cleansed and purified. Just let that continue to move through your body, right? Really releasing from the headspace and increasing, like letting that align with the pure divine light, letting it awaken and that invigorate, if you will, that pineal gland and stimulate that connection with source and with pure divine light and let that move through. Let it move all the way through, like, mm. And let's take that back down, right from mm, the N sound, to the old L sound, into the throat, into the uh, ah, ah. And you can bring that with an ah sound. If it feels like you don't need the break part in there anymore, you can just bring it with an ah sound into the chest, and then land with the ha sound with the ah, with the H, the silent H, the breathy H at the end. So you're bringing it. So you started with the non-vocalized break to the uh, uh, to the vocalized break to the to really open the throat, to the to resonate into the limbic system and the um, pineal gland simultaneously with that pure light, and then bringing it back down with that the pure divine light, the N sound to the Remember, that's the invincible, the victorious, it keeps you returning to your truth again and again and again, returning to your truth. And then the into your chest, which is really, is like the origin, right? The initiation of all of everything as it pierces through the veil into this material existence. It pierces with the ah sound, and then the landing, landing, landing. All right. So I hope this has been helpful for you today. If you do need support, you're welcome to reach out to me. We're going to open for a little Q&A now. If anybody has anything that you want to share, or you need any support. So again, before we close, just take a minute and stretch out your feet. Feel your feet on the floor, stretch out your toes, circle your ankles, and feel your feet on the ground. You want to move your hips a bit and feel your presence into your hips, right? Let that loosen up and open up. You can use your hands to give a gentle massage into your low back and your hips. Maybe that's just me that feels the need for that right now. Down your legs, wherever you feel like you want to connect with your body and feel. You can put one hand down one arm, the other hand down the other arm. Move your hands down your legs just to really feel your body, feel your presence in your body. You are here, you are in this body, and you are, I pray, safe. And so, all right, I'm going to open for Q&A. For those of you who are on Facebook, click the link to join us for Q&A. You'll find a way to join us by computer or by phone. If you are listening to the recording, you're invited to join us live on Sundays, 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. As I said, for the remainder of this April, we're going to be working with sacred sounds that can help us to, next week, we'll be bringing our presence into our bodies for those places of us who have catapulted out of the body during trauma. We're going to bring that back in and ground it into the body using sacred sounds and sound codes and really invoking their meanings. After that, we're going to do a similar kind of process, which is softening and opening the heart, settling the heart. All right. So to find information on how to join us live, go to communityforconsciousliving.com, communityforconsciousliving.com. While you're there, sign up to receive the reminders and replays. You'll get a reminder of when we're going live, and then you'll get the replay afterwards. And if we have any other things coming up, you'll be notified of those as well. It's usually only about 2 emails a week. And when you do sign up, you will receive two free gifts. One is a one sheet that is a reminder of who and what we are and why we're here and what this earth journey is about. Help us to kind of keep things in perspective and not take them so personally that they can carry us away. To be the earth and recognize how the ocean flows through your earth and along your earth. And then it also has a 15-minute downloadable guided meditation that I hope you will download and use as a part of your daily practice to help you to reconnect regularly, because we need to, with that pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion that is the core of who and what you are. All right, with that, I thank you very much. We're opening now for Q&A.